Hi guys, this is Bronwen's Cove, and this is a collective reading on gaining more clarity on what's happening in the background. This is of things that you intuitively already know, but just needed that confirmation on. I'd like to say hello and what's up to anyone who is visiting, who's new. If you're just coming in to pop in and have a look, welcome, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. It helps my channel to grow as I am new. Let's get into this. Okay, so I did have a download. It was muddy. So I feel like any kind of ops, any karmics, oh look, they're all dropping out already. Any karmics are still trying to block your downloads, but they're being really unsuccessful. A lot of my cards are turning upside down. So it's almost like they're trying to keep it hidden. They are watching. Without a doubt, they're watching you. And it says make a magical tool. So a wand, a blade, cleansing smoke, herb mix. You need to be doing your grounding every day, but you need to be cleansing your energy every day because, you know, words have power, thoughts have power. The way that we connect every day and be present in reality can change how our path goes forward, if that makes sense. So if you're waking up and there's chaos around you, one, yeah, someone is sending that, but also you're inviting that in. Make sure that you're cleaning your space. Make sure that, and look, you've got climbing the ladder, property, real estate, money owed, money for services. You are the boss. You are the boss. You have a very abundant nature, but if you let that slide and go into lack mentality, you draw that in more. You need to be cleansing your energy, whether that is listening to affirmations. I say this every video, whether that's prayer, listening to affirmations, whether that's you going to church, whether that's you going out into nature. You need to have this daily routine because it will ground you and it will get rid of the stuff that isn't yours and doesn't resonate with you. But there's definitely what's going on in the background is definitely to do with money, and you've got Isis here as well. So Isis energy, she is a mother, she's a healer, she is extremely, what's the word? She's clever, but it's more than that because there is the story of Isis who, this is before she was a very well-known deity, and you've also got rags to riches and you've also got jealousy. But she, Isis was she wasn't a very well-known deity, and the way that she brought herself up into power and had equal power with Ra is she tricked him. She excuse me, she created a snake out of dust and his spit and then let that snake attack him. And when it put the poison into Ra and he was dying, he knew that she was a mother healer, and she said, I'll heal you, but you need to give me your true name. And by getting his true name, she gained the same power as he did, so they were on the same playing field. So I don't know if this is about looking outside of the box and realizing that one, you're not a victim, and it's two, because I remember in the last video it was about Lionsgate. This is very much about you setting boundaries, but also knowing that you don't have to give things away for free, because you may be an entrepreneur, you may be somebody who's an artist, you may be a musician, a writer, or you may be, you know, sitting in an office job. But you don't have to give things away for free. And there is nothing wrong with setting a boundary and sticking to it and going, well, what are you going to give me? There's nothing selfish in that. And we're kind of taught that if you do that, then you're an arsehole. You're not. That's you being a boss. You've got Archangel Raziel. Now, Raziel to me is the angel of death. And you've got Starseed. I need to shuffle these. But Raziel came up in the last one as well. This is... whoever it is has been sending stuff to you because they want you either to be ill, they want you to not get the abundance that is rightfully yours. And I know I keep repeating myself, but these keep coming through. And if they've sent any kind of death spells or just evil eye or side eye, they're getting their comeuppance. Now, the download that I had was muddy, but it was really, really brilliant in the lighting. It was almost like in this beautiful beach. It was out in the tropics. And this person came up and it says, do you believe in miracles? And you've got a tarot reader. Somebody is still trying to gain the information of what you intuitively already know, of what downloads you're getting as well. And they are going to come to you in a way of friendship, but be warned, because this download, I'm still figuring out whether this person that came was a guide to give me a warning, or if this was somebody who was trying to come in with a glamour spell under the guise of being a friend. It was like a surfer dude who was a lot older, wearing a pair of like surfer shorts, And I don't remember the conversation. I just remember thinking, why are you so close to me? Who are you? Trust your intuition, please. Trust your intuition. You've also got solar plexus wounded in a child. So you have, and the thing is as well, is that I know this is a childhood friend. I know who the childhood friend is. I know. I've seen their face in many downloads. And I honestly feel like you should connect to Isis as well, because she is going to show you stuff. She's going to show you stuff. And for any karmics watching, if you are that childhood friend, I know who you are. And if you're watching this and you're not a karmic and you're not a cross watcher, you probably already know who that childhood friend is. Trust your intuition, trust the downloads that are coming in. Call on Isis. And if you are not that way inclined to work with deities, at least look into the energies that she brings. Research her stories, because I think it will give you an aha moment. And you got healing, yeah, because Isis is very, very healing, because you did have, look, wounded inner child, solar plexus, and then underneath you've got solar plexus, childlike joy, sun card. Now tap into your solar plexus and be really honest with yourself about any wounds that you still might have, because I feel like this childhood friend is definitely working with either an estranged sibling or an estranged cousin or someone like that, that you knew, you all hung out when you were younger, you all hung out. And I feel like this person here either has their own wounds that they haven't healed from, and they're jealous because you are doing the healing. You're doing the healing. You've also got animal healer. You work with gnomes. Now, gnomes for me are a type of inner kingdom being. They're very, very small. You'll find them out in nature quite a lot. Go out in nature and just watch how animals react around you. Because they're going to give you lots of messages as well. I think there will be a lot. And then it's got pregnancy. I know you are before you do, girl or boy, twins, due date, I can tell. So I don't know if one of these people that is sending stuff is pregnant, and either they don't want to be, or this could also be one of your gifts, because I have this gift. And I didn't even realise it was a gift. It's just, I can tell if you're going to have a boy or a girl. I know if you're pregnant. I actually know if you're going to give birth early, or if you're going to be late. I've just always had that. And it's also got big payout. There is stuff coming to you. You have, I keep saying that there's a lot of money coming to you, and mask off. So it's going to be very soon when somebody's going to come forward, and I keep saying this, someone's going to come forward, because they're going to say that they've gone through all of this healing. They've gone through all of this healing, and they're coming forward and they want to kind of make up with you. And I did say in my last video, if you feel like you need closure, because I know that you guys are very intuitive, and if you're watching this, especially if you're a returning subscriber, if you're watching this, excuse me, it's because you are very in tune with yourself. You're very in tune with your spirit guides. You're very in tune with your ancestors. And if you're not, you're going down this journey of ascension. And when you know that something isn't right, it isn't right. So if this person is coming forward and you haven't spoken to them in a very long time, you know why. The thing is as well, I said in my other videos, just cut them off. If you need that closure, if you need to have a conversation, even if you know they're going to lie and say, no, of course not, I'm a victim, I didn't do anything, fine. But if you need to have that conversation, even for it to go that way, just to have closure, then do it, because it will help you to heal, and it will actually help heal any of those solar plexus mini wounds that you might still be holding on to. And I keep opening it and it keeps saying property, real estate, money owed, money for services. And this is to do with your childhood as well, climbing the ladder. And underneath, what did drop out was your faith is what protects you. Now, you've also got, and I haven't even shuffled this, you've got the devil energy. You have a childhood friend, you have a karmic ex, and you have family members. And I'm still figuring out if they're all working together. I know that the childhood frenemy, and the karmic sibling or cousin, they definitely are, without a doubt. And I think they're quite angry that this is mediumship and it's upside down, because you guys are the ones that are really tapped in. And I feel like if this is somebody in your kind of nuclear family, I think there might be anger that they don't have what you have. because you're a sibling or you're a cousin, or you know, you've grown up together really close, and all of a sudden you no longer are, and they don't have a connection to you anymore. You definitely have an ex coming in as well, but I want to talk a little bit more about this childhood friendship. Can I have some clarity on the childhood friend? Throwing themselves out straight away on the childhood friend. Childhood friend, you wanted to come out, should I take you? No. Okay, on the childhood friend, please. So we only have one. Where has it thrown itself? Oh my goodness. See, they want to keep hidden. They want to stay hidden. And you've got the High Priestess. Come on now. You've got the High Priestess in reverse. This is someone who is copying your energy. And I'm sorry, I keep looking over here, but I should be looking there. It's someone who is copying your energy. And the thing is with mask off as well, this person's mask is slipping. And I had said in previous videos, this person is a fake spiritual person. They're either a yoga teacher, Reiki master, someone who claims himself as being, you know, a healer. And I had 111 on the clock. And in this download, where I was somewhere where there was like crystal clear water, white sands, big palm trees. And I kept saying before in my other videos, this is something to do with either the Caribbean, Cuba, those types of islands. There's someone there who is using your energy or working with somebody else to use your energy to keep up the stance that they have, because they want to be seen like this. They want to be seen as this healer. They want to be seen as this person who is very, very balanced, who can teach others. But really, this is all for selfish needs. So this karmic friend, this childhood friend, is a fake. She's a fake high priestess. They're a fake high priestess who are kind of cashing in the ideas that you have. And I don't know if the friendship that you had just fizzled out or if something happened. And look at this. Because you are the Empress. You are the one that makes these things grow. And this fake high priestess here, and this is what I mean, it's fake spirituality. It's going around saying how powerful they are, how balanced they are, how they can help other people out, but it's going to be a price on it. And there's definitely, especially with this mask off coming out and mediumship upside down, this person, the jealousy is coming from the fact that, do you know what, you just make things grow. You've taken your time to do that healing. You've taken that time to really connect with yourself, with the earth, with what resonates around you. And I think that's the competition. Yeah, because you've got the Page of Cups. This person feels a lot of bitterness. They act like they are quite mature, that they're quite grounded, but they're very, very bitter at the growth that you have made, because they thought that you probably wouldn't make it out of your hometown. You're not going to make it out. They did. And on the back, you've got the Two of Pentacles. This is about balance. It's about how they compare themselves to you, because maybe you were really, really tight. Maybe they were like, you know, your sister from another mister, you know, and all of a sudden they just went off and they disappeared. And it was almost like they were too good for you. And now they're realizing that actually you've done all the work, and maybe they actually know that there's this abundance coming in, and now they're really, really jealous. Really jealous. Yeah, you got the Chariot. This person is either, they know that you're moving on, but they know that you're moving on to really beautiful things because you are this Empress. But they know you're moving on, and they're trying to stop that because you've got here slander, projecting their own trauma onto you. They're trying to sully your name because they know that you are climbing up this ladder. And the thing is, you might not even realise that you're climbing up this ladder because you're just going. You're just going, I don't mean going through the motions, but you're just living your life, and you're living your best life, and it doesn't matter. And look, you've got Side-Eye who's coming for you. And on the back, it says, scrolling through Insta, FB, Twitter, YouTube, and more. You've got a stalker. And this is definitely, you have this childhood friend or ex-friend, and it says spell flopped, it didn't work. Weak, no power, asked for help, and it still didn't work. Ha, ha, ha. This person is really bitter. And again, underneath, this one keeps coming out. And I know that it keeps coming out. I'm not just pulling it out, and I don't always use this little squares, but it says rat in the family, two faces, what? Two faces, invisibility. This person, and underneath it says, the chosen one, you are so bright. Why so jealous? Keep going forward. You got jealous. This is this childhood friend that's working with whoever it is in your family. Maybe they're aware, because if they are sending some sort of divination, if they're aware that you do have money coming in and you do have like either real estate, property, money, oh, this is your second house. I urge you to have a look at your own birth or natal chart and see what zodiac sign sits into your second house, because it will tell you quite a lot about not only how you view money, but how money is attracted to you and how you work with money and how you cultivate money. Because I honestly feel like the people that come to this channel, you are master manifestors. You might not realize it, and I had 1555. You are the ones that make change, you know, because 5 for me is about, it's not only about being halfway there between 1 and 10, it's also about change, about bringing in big change. You are the master manifestors, you are the messengers, you are the ones that bring about like healing and growth. You are the empresses. You know, whether you're male or female, that's your feminine energy of being able to create and co-creating the reality that you want. A lot of people don't like doing shadow work. They don't like looking at the recesses of their own selves and seeing the parts that are hurt or the parts of themselves that they don't like. But the people on this channel, the people that aren't cross-watchers, who aren't karmics, that aren't ops, who are genuinely here because it resonates with them, those are the ones who look into the abyss of their own soul, that look into the parts that have been damaged and that have been broken, have gone and go, right, how do I pour love into this? I know it hurts. I see the hurt. I honor you. I'm going to love you so that it can grow and it can, so that light can grow, and so I can let go of this. And not many people like doing that because it is difficult. But you know what? When we do that, so many blessings come in. And this high priestess, this fake high priestess, this karmic high priestess, this person who wants to come in pretending that they're, you know, really balanced, they're really mature, they've done all the healing. They haven't done any of it, and it is killing them. That anything that they send to you isn't working, because you've got to that level where you can not only dust it off, but go, do you know what? There's always a bright side. There's always something that I can do to work this out. Even if you're having an argument with your other half, I feel like you're the type of person that will go in 5 minutes afterwards and be like, do you know what? We need to sort this out. Let's sit down and talk about it. You're the type of people that want to keep growing and evolving. And this childhood karmic can't stand the fact that you are growing and you're bringing in abundance, and they can't do that without stealing that from someone else. And they can't stop you moving. They can't stop you moving, because no matter how bumpy it gets on that bike, you're still holding on. And I mean, look at the dude's face. He's smiling. He's having the time of his life. Can you tell me some more about this karmic childhood friend? Karmic childhood friend and what they've been doing. Please and thank you. Because look, you've got on here, what is done in the dark will come to the light. These people have been, I feel like this has been going on for, is it a year? See, I've heard, for some reason, very specific for some of you, they said a year and 1 month. So I want you to think back, we're in April now. I want you to think back to last year, start of March. What happened then? Because look, you've got 10 of Pentacles. This is you. You need to just keep going on your forward path. There is something, especially to do with money, and I feel like it's been delayed for you, and it was delayed by multiple people, some that were working together and some that weren't. Can I get some clarification on the 10 of Pentacles? 10 of Pentacles, what was done in the dark will come to the light for the collective. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so yeah, you've got the 5 of Pentacles upside down. So there was a lot of growth for you, especially around lack mindset, because maybe you had a lot of challenges and things come through that were, you know, that were actually quite hard, and you had to power through it, and you had to kind of, you know, keep aligning yourself, keep grounding yourself, doing these little rituals, and maybe falling off of that path a little bit and then pushing yourself back on. And by doing so, you've brought in this balance, because you're getting 2 of Pentacles again. But I feel like last March, and I've heard October as well for some of you. They said paid in hands. Money was paid into a hand. Who was it paid to? Witch doctor or a shaman, or something was paid for. And this is the childhood friend. And if you're on here, you know who that childhood friend is, or you have an inkling. And if you don't have an inkling, you are going to start having dream downloads, or you're going to start having aha moments. But money was paid to stop your abundance. Sorry, I've got 2 down here. Yeah, look. Oh my gosh, see? Money was paid to put tower moments in. They paid to have tower moments put in that weren't necessary, because we all have tower moments, and that is when the universe is kind of telling us, you know, if you keep going down this path, we're going to have to put a tower moment in there, because that's not the way that you're supposed to be going. So, you know, when you have a tower moment that is divinely guided, it's to do with change, it's to do with growth, because when you let things fall away that no longer resonate with you, rather than trying to catch them, you have a new beginning. You then get the Fool card, you know, you get the start of a new cycle. However, someone paid to have this stuff put in there. Someone paid to make something crumble that didn't need to crumble, or was trying to do that. And I feel like if this has been for like 13 months for some, and I heard 5 years. So if you've got to remember, this is a general reading. This is for a collective. So for some of you, this would have been quite recent, in the last 13 to 14 months. For others, it's as much as years back. And some people, 10 years is what I've heard. Because you've also got the 8 of Swords upside down. Somebody has been trying to keep you chained to hold back your progress, because maybe they have been having readings on you and they have actually realised there's a massive payout coming for you. And this person who thought that they were much better than you, who went off to do whatever, and maybe they've done all right, maybe they've actually done okay for themselves, but they're still comparing themselves to you. They're still comparing themselves to the you that they knew when you were a teenager, or that knew you when you were in your 20s. The thing is that it's upside down. It goes back with that, you know, that spell that flopped. They're sending stuff, and it seems, and you've got return to sender. This stuff is just being returned. It's being returned and returned and returned. So every time they're trying to put you in that 8 of Swords, you're shaking it off. You guys are really, really powerful. Now, I'm actually going to open up these. I haven't used these in a while, so I just selected some out of a pot. I've written up so many of them, I have no idea what's in these. But I'm going to read, should I read them all? They're saying no. Okay, I'll leave those on the side. And we have Loudmouth. Now it's backwards. So I don't know if this person, this childhood friend, used to be quite a loud person. Maybe you guys used to have a lot of laughs, go out, party, and now they're becoming quite quiet. You can see that they've changed, and maybe when you realised that they'd got into this spirituality, this fake spirituality, them being this spiritual guru, you thought, either you went, that's really great for them, awesome, that was 23, or you thought something was weird, because look, you've got glow up on here. So this, to me, especially with Loudmouth being the other way around, they're talking about your glow up. They're talking, sorry if you can see that, they're talking about your glow up. They're talking about your progress, and why is it not working? Why are they not able to stop you? Why can't they slow you down? It's almost like they want to climb that hill and get to the top before you do, to say, I win, look at me, I'm better. And if you ever had a friend like that growing up, then you know who this person is, and they have not changed, because you've got not yet, and it's backwards. So this person, rather than just holding back, assessing their own needs, seeing what they need to actually heal, they keep comparing themselves, and they keep rushing and saying, I need to get there first, I need to do that. And you've got balance. You are the balance. You are the Empress. And I'm not going to be able to pick this up, am I? Yeah. You are the balance. You are the Empress. And this is something that I feel like they compete and compare constantly. And they're not even in the same country as you anymore. And you've got permission denied upside down. So these people are still trying to get into your energetic field, and they don't care. I'm sorry if you can't see it, if it's not focusing. They don't care whether or not it is to your detriment. And you've got an E. So this person's first name or last name could have an E, or your name could have an E in it. This also could be to do with drugs as well, because the English slang term for ecstasy is E. So this is somebody that you could have taken a lot of drugs with when you were younger. Maybe you went out partying quite a lot. There's nothing wrong with the fact that when you're a kid you do stupid things. However, and look, New Year's Day. So if you have any like clear memories of a friend that you no longer talk to, that you used to go partying with, that you used to take, you know, recreational drugs with, especially on like New Year's, think back to that, because it's probably that person. And then it says Three of Cups upside down. And Three of Cups is all about celebration. It's about companionship. And when it's upside down, this is about either a breakup, or it's about, you know, a group of people who no longer connect, who no longer like each other, who just, you know, this person doesn't like you anymore, but this person doesn't know you anymore. And it's like, if they are getting energetic readings on you, they're only getting a small amount of who you are. And it's a shame that, and what was I talking about when it came to boundaries? They don't care about your boundaries, but you need to set up boundaries. They don't really care that you're having this glow up, because to them it's kind of like, well, what about me? Why aren't I in the limelight? It's my turn, it's my turn. Rather than looking at what you're doing, they should be looking at themselves, because there is no competition. You know, it's only those who are insecure who see themselves as in competition with others. And small children, you know, compete with others because they're children and because they're still learning about their way in life. But when you're a grown adult, you should know better. You should feel better about yourself. Now with the boundaries as well, like what was I saying? They're still trying to push their way into your boundaries. So make sure that you're doing your visualizations, or you're doing your divination, or you're doing your prayer, or you're doing your affirmations, whatever it is that you do to energetically put that boundary up. Keep doing it. Schemes and plans. Now they're looking for other ways. What else can they do to kind of slander your name? Because obviously that's now not working. That's not working. The spell flopped. That's not working. You know, everything's getting returned to them. But you've also got ground yourself now. Make sure that you are still grounding. Clear your space and ground daily. Now, I want to keep this short because they always end up being really, really long, and I'm sorry. Enemies failing. Keep up your grounding. Keep up your daily routines of what it is that you're doing, because it is working. But don't get complacent, because these people aren't. And it's just really sad. It's really, really sad energy to know that, look, all hail the regal you. All hail the regal you. You and your boss bitch energy. You and your pharaoh energy. You and your lioness energy. These people want the energy you have. But the thing is as well, it's not only just about the healing that you're doing. This is about past lives. This is about, and you've got 25 to 30 years old and upside down. So this person is older. They are older than this, but they act a lot younger. Either that, or within this time frame of when you were 25 to 30 is, because the thing is as well, if I've got older viewers, this is somebody that you knew when you were in your 20, you know, in that 5-year span between, you know, your mid-20s to your 30s. But for those of you who are younger, this is somebody that is within that age range but acts a lot younger. They act very youthful, or they act very immature. But yeah, this is about past lives as well, and this is about your lineage. It's about what you're linked to, because as much as I talk about inheritance and abundance and them trying to steal your energy, it's not just that. You guys are linked to pharaohs. You guys are linked to solar energy, that raw energy. And I think that no matter how much healing they try doing, they're never going to compete with you. It's not a competition anyway, but they're never going to be on your level. You know, there will be people that are connected to pharaohs who have their own vibration. There's no point trying to compare those people to someone else. And I don't say that egotistic, I can't say the word, with ego. Isolation. They've tried isolating you. Whatever it is that they're sending, they're trying to isolate you. They're trying to kind of break your spirit. 11th house, groups, friends, hopes, wishes, social awareness and future. This is your ex-friend. This is your ex-friend who's trying to mess up your hopes, your wishes, how you see the future, how your optimism kind of just glows into every day. Because we all get grumpy, we can all get snappy, but your overall energy is that of just exuberance, of somebody who likes their life and likes the path that they're on, and they're trying to get rid of that, and you got packed upside down. So this could have been somebody that you were always like, we will always be best friends, you know, I'll always have your back, and then something happened, and maybe their mask fell off a long time ago and you realised and you cut them off. Or maybe it's just they assumed that they'd be the ones to leave you and to kind of level up, and they'd always be looking down at you. And you've got M as well. So this person can have an M in their name. You can have an M in your name. Drink more water. You guys need to drink more water. I think you got some advice in here. Maybe this person was always kind of micromanaging you as well, telling you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. T. So far we've got E, M and T. Maybe this person's an EMT, especially if this is going out to America. Maybe this person has trained as an EMT and you've got a waterfall. Now this is giving me tingles. The reason this is giving me tingles is because I had a download about a month ago, and this was before I started my channel, and I'm sure I said it in my video, but there's somebody that you know from childhood has moved to a tropical place, and this could be the childhood friend, but there's a waterfall. There's a waterfall where they go and they give offerings to whatever deity, elemental it is that's been drawing in their abundance, and they put your name in a jar. They put your name in a jar and they put it into the water for this deity, and was like, you can draw from them, take energy from them, that's fine. You draw from them and give me that abundance. However, now that you guys are kind of figuring out that something's going on, that, you know, you have this Midas touch, you should be bringing in this constantly. And it's like, well, but why aren't I? Why have I, for the past however long, been in this? It doesn't make any sense, because I make things grow. You know, if you've had issues with plants as well, buying them and 2 days later they're dying, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? That doesn't make any sense. It's, you know, you go to the supermarket and the plant is growing beautifully there. You take it home and that's them. They've been doing this for a while, and this is what's happening to them. And I don't mean just mentally, I mean physically, that it's starting to affect them. Some of them were using spells for youthfulness, which makes sense that came up with the 25 to 30 back upside down. They're using it for usefulness because I can't say the word, youthfulness. The chosen one, you are so bright. They have been taking your energy for that. And it says, I miss you as well. But all I wanted to say is with that, because I get distracted, but in that download, this person was by a waterfall, and they were trying to give this jar to the water, and there was just like a block. It was like, I don't want this. Whatever this deity or entity or energy was like, nah, don't want that. And that said 3333. It was almost like this working companionship or relationship has ended. You haven't paid up on your deal. And this person's hair went from the colour it was to completely ashy white. And their face, I didn't see their face properly, but their face started wrinkling, almost like everything had been sucked out from them. And then they looked like a mannequin, because their joints, it was like arm off, shoulders, waist. They're being chopped down, almost like this ape. They're literally being chopped down. And then I've got, I miss you. It's like they're now in regret, and they kind of missed the way it was when you guys were friends, because I think there was an unequal balance between you two. Yeah, there was an unequal balance, because you would give, and they would take, and they might let you borrow some of their clothes or help you with a bit of your makeup, or, you know, if you're guys, it might have been like they might let you crash at your sofa, on their sofa, things like that. But they'd always make it look like they're the ones that were giving more, when really it was you. And they're missing that. They're missing having that power over you. And I am presence. They are not connected to their I am presence at all. And we were talking about High Priestess. We were talking about High Priestess being in reverse. They're not connected and their mask is slipping. Let's have a look what we have here. You've got an S. So far you've had an E, M, T and an S. A lot of names coming out. 10 days or less. I feel like they're either going to contact you in 10 days or less, or you're going to get definitive clarity on what it is that they've been doing, whether that is through, I honestly feel like you need to research ISIS or call on ISIS, because you've got be financially responsible. This person may be trying to urge you to spend money to get you back into lack, and they don't realise that lack doesn't come from money, because money is nothing but an IOU from the bank. It's nothing but energy. Lack is up here, because you can have nothing but a pot to piss in and still be the most abundant person on the whole street, because it's all about what's here and here, not what's in your pocket. And that's what they don't realise. And it says lip piercing or piercer, and it's upside down. Now, in one of my last videos, it said about an Aquarius who was a lip piercing. This person may have just taken their lip piercing out because they don't want to be seen. I see you. Should I take these ones out, yes or no? How many? 2. Okay. In 4 weeks. So you've got in 10 days and in 4 weeks. I feel like more than one thing's going to be coming in, because you definitely have a karmic exits coming in, but I will talk about that in the next video. But I hate you. Now, what did you have? You had I miss you, but I hate you. This person is mad as fuck. They're mad as fuck. Should I take any more out? Yes or no? No. Okay, so I won't take any more of those. I'm going to be really quick with this because, again, really long video. When you look in the mirror, try gazing into your own eyes for a moment and saying, I love you. And what did we just have? But I hate you. This person doesn't really like themselves. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why they're so jealous of you, because you like yourself. And the thing is, that takes a lot of work to actually like yourself, because we are brought up with, you know, biases and subconscious kind of coding from our own parental figures. Like, as we grow up, you hear, you know, you might hear arguments, or you might hear saying someone that's too expensive, or I don't really like what they're wearing, and it kind of gets encoded into our different energy centers. And we all have that. We all grow up with trauma, but we all take different paths to heal. Some of us do, and some of us don't bother. And this person over here, they are jealous as fuck, because you've more or less grown up together, so you're more or less like family. And the fact that you both have had very similar upbringings, and yet you have actually grown into an empress. You've grown into this empress, and they haven't. And they can't understand how you've done it and how they can't. And they've been paying someone. That you've just been returning this stuff, but they've been paying someone. Oh my gosh, look, there you go. Black magic in play. They've been paying someone to mess with you, and it's not working. And if they do get in contact with you, look, you've got car crash due to speeding, brake issues. The universe is putting in their own tower. Just one step, even in the wrong direction, is better than going nowhere. Take the step and see how you feel. This is them. They've just gone, do you know what? I don't even care. I don't actually care whether or not what I'm doing is right. I want that other person to feel how I do, because I don't understand how they've got to where they are. This is crazy. You don't always need to be doing. Sometimes it's okay to just be. They're constantly trying to compare to you. They constantly feel like they have to be doing something to show that they are better than you. But what they don't realise is that you're not even not noticing, but you don't care. Like, I know who this childic karmic person is. I couldn't give a flying rat's ass. I don't care. I don't care what this person's doing in their life. Why has it got anything to do with me? Gentleness. You have a gentleness to you that I think they find very difficult to, one, see as authentic, but at the same time they know it's authentic, and they don't understand how you've got that, and they haven't. And they keep trying to come in your dreams, but look, it's upside down because they're blocked. So it's almost like they're trying to send other people because they still want to try and get to find out what's going on. It's like you've blocked them completely. Can I get just a little bit more before I clock out on this karmic childhood friend? What do we need to know? What will be brought to light? Beauty. So they've been trying to mess with your beauty. So if you've been having like spots or breakouts or things like that, that's maybe some of the black magic that was in play. But it's really weak because the spell flopped. I mean, I had one and I thought it was so funny. If you get any packages that come to your house or come to a family member's house and it's to someone else's name, don't accept that. Throw it away. I learnt my lesson. Too silly, right? This is the worst that they could do. A spot that you can't even see. What does that say? And thought. So they're trying to get into your dreams to kind of get you to think about them and kind of soften to them again, so that if they do get in contact with you, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I've missed you, I've just been thinking about you. An adventure. They don't, as much as they've gone off and done their own thing, it's almost like they're boxed into their own head and they don't understand how somebody that they grew up with, somebody that they were so tight with that they left behind, can be having opportunities and doors and things being presented to them that is going to change their life and bring such beautiful adventure to them. And they've moved across the world and they're still stuck in the mentality that they had when they were a teenager. And intuition, they're trying to block you. They are trying to block you because they find it very difficult to follow their own intuition because they're a fake high priestess. And you've got gentleness again. Don't let yourself get too angry or riled up by this person because they're really sad and you've got abundance underneath. You have so much prosperity coming to you and enchantment. Anything that they send you, especially if they send gifts or they say, oh, you know, I haven't seen you in ages, let's go out for a drink. They're going to try and put something in your drink. They'll try and enchant or put something on the package. Anybody that's coming forward that you haven't spoken to in a while as well, anyone, just for now, don't go meet up and have a look, because dreams is coming out again upside down. Don't meet up with that person. If you get a message out of the blue and you haven't spoken to that person in ages, just don't, because that guardian angel, this person is trying to get you to a point where you're not protected. They don't realise that I'm looking over at like a big candle that I've got there with some massive statues. I'm protected. I am so protected. 42 on the clock. You do not understand. And if I'm protected, the people that are resonating with this video, so are you. So are you. Give gratitude to those that are protecting you, whether you know them by name or not, because they're there. And if you're a karmic watching this, you haven't got a guardian angel over you, because why would somebody guard and protect somebody who is giving out so much hate? Because you know what, I've heard this before, and I know that it can be quite cheesy when you hear it over and over again, but I think it was Buddha said that anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. For me, there's nothing wrong with being angry. If you're angry, express that, but when you sit in that and you let it fester, it becomes stagnant, and then you poison yourself. And then you're going to point the finger and go, but I want her to die, I want him to die, it's their fault. Take responsibility for your action, for your healings, for your growth, because if you don't, then you fester and die. Trust what I'm saying is true. Right, this is me done. I hope that you enjoyed my reading. If it resonated, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. If you would like to leave, I got trust again. If you'd like to leave a donation, I would love you forever. It means I can get some more of these, I can get more index cards, I can help my channel to grow. It's never expected, but always appreciated. If I am giving personal readings at the moment, but please do not be offended if I do not respond, because I read the energy of those who email me, and I will know if you're a karmic, I will know if you're a cross watcher, I will know if you're fake family or friends. If you are genuine, I will definitely respond to you. I do have prices for my readings on my Facebook page, so go over there if you want to have a look, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.